Hi Virgo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Please mind all of the kind of fluff on here. It's so hard when you've got a Velcro's sort of, you know, cover to keep everything looking pristine. Excuse me one moment, just now. Sorry, I'm just got an old cardigan on, so don't think that I sit in my good clothes, wiping the table off my cardigan. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, I hope you guys are really well. We're doing for you today an expanded love spread. You've got 2 bonus readings on the channel this month, Virgo, like everybody has. One reading is your expanded love spread for, and this is for sort of the whole of October. I'm still sort of thinking, should I do mid-month maybe a small Gypsy Tarot love spread, but we'll see how that pans out. You've got that as your first bonus reading. The other bonus reading you have is how does he or she feel about me, and everybody's got that one as well sitting right next door. And you'll have just a general Celtic cross reading for those of you who just want to see maybe about family situations, that type of thing, okay? So I'm using the Witch's Tarot. Sorry, this isn't that. I'm just looking at my plan here. And we've got advice from the Romance Angels here from Doreen Virtue that I always use. And we've got your miniature Rider-Waite Tarot. I hope you guys can see that for, you know, the clarifiers, okay? So without further ado, guys, what I'm going to do, and sorry, I'm talking in an American accent. Pardon all my American viewers. Carol's just being a bit stupid at the minute. I can't do American to save me life. I'm just a girl from Birmingham. The cards, we're going to just shuffle the cards for you, Virgo. And what we're going to look at is we're going to look at what the present situation is. You've got a significator in there showing you guys as well. We have your challenge. We've got the root issue. We've got the recent past. We've got the most likely outcome or the crowning area. We've got the immediate future, the you now, so how you guys are actually approaching everything. How other people see you or the person sees you, your hopes and desires and the overall outcome, okay? So we're doing this for Virgo. Universe, Spirit, give me Virgo. Give me Virgo, Sun and Rising signs in their expanded love Celtic cross reading for the month of October 2017. Show me Virgo, give me Virgo. Show me Virgo in the month of, and I only want to see their love lives in this expanded Celtic cross love reading for, this is Virgo, Sun and Rising signs for the month of October 2017. Show me. Alright, so we've shuffled the cards. We're going to split the deck now, Virgo, into 3, collect it back up. And what we're going to do, we're going to lay down the present situation here. This is your significator. So this is really who you are at the present moment in October, okay, around this situation, alright? This is the challenge that you're facing, stroke influences around you. This is your the foundation card, so this is what the actual situation's about here. This is the recent past as a result of that, and this is the most likely outcome. You've got a lot of upright cards, which is quite nice, I guess. A lot of these other readings had a lot of reversals in them. We've got how you guys are approaching the situation, showing here. How other people see you. Your hopes and desires. And the overall outcome. Okay, and that's lovely. And what we do, right, so the bottom card at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is about death. Okay, and when you get death in, you know, don't worry about the death card really, Virgo, in terms of the tarot. So I'm sick of these bits on here. I hate it on my Celtic thing. When you get the death card, darlings, don't always worry about that card, and don't always think, oh my God, it's over, it's finished. Yes, death can mean an end, and it can. You know, I've predicted death in relationships, and it's come to being, especially in the Gypsy Tarot. This card shows up in hidden facts as you're fucked. It's done, it's finished. But yeah, for you guys, it can be that there's a transformational period that you guys are going through in terms of your love lives in October 2017. But the death card can also be, you know, you could be dealing with a Scorpio individual when you get this card as well, when you get the death card. So it's either a Scorpio that some of you Virgos are dealing with, maybe the death card, but also the death card means that maybe for some of you relationships come to an end. And for some of you it might be that you're ending something so that you can go to something new. Usually when you get death showing up and you get another card, it'll tell you that, you know, a card before this would have said that thing's ending and something is beginning. So we've got death here. There's a change coming in, and this death might be bringing more security with the Four of Pentacles, because it's usually the card afterwards that shows you what's coming in. So the card before it shows you what is over, and the card in front shows you what's coming in. So it could be that there is a change coming in that leads to more security. And you've got the World card here as well, which is lovely. So for some of you guys, it might be there's a change coming in. It leads to more security for some of you guys. For some of you guys, a change might come in. It might be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn individual, potentially. Might be a change comes in. It brings security and the world for you. So hopefully it's going to be a good reading. This is why I always say, don't always look at death like it's a bad card, because it's not. Sometimes it just shows some form of transition, transformative energy around you. The situation for you guys is the Tower. Wow, that's incredible. Look, and you've got death. So the situation is about some chaos that might have taken place in your relationships. And when you get the Tower, sometimes this is a relationship that falls apart. Sometimes it's you don't expect it. Sometimes it happens and it's like, whoa, what happened there? Why did this happen? The Tower card represents chaos. It represents unstable foundations that are falling away. Things that you had built your hopes and dreams upon, but they weren't strong enough. It was just a fantasy, because in the reality it doesn't have the strength to stand tall. So for some of you Virgos, the situation is probably about a breakup here, and that's why the energies around you guys are death. But this death is bringing in security, whether that's with another person or whether it's with yourself. Because remember, after death, whatever comes after it, this is what's coming in after it. So after this change, there's going to be security in the world. All right, so whether this is with another person or on your own, this is going to be very hard. It's going to be highly beneficial to you, Virgo. Sorry, this will be highly beneficial to you. You guys right now. Well, we'll go here actually. Where should we go next? Actually, we need to look at what the challenge is. Well, the Hanged Man was the challenge. So some of you guys, Virgo, would have been waiting for someone. You've been holding on, because the Hanged Man means to hold on. This is the challenge. But sometimes the Hanged Man can be as a challenge to surrender to something. So your challenge would have been probably either that you were holding on to a situation, or your challenge was that you needed to surrender something here with this Hanged Man here. Which is why, if this is an influence, is maybe needing to surrender. Because remember, the Hanged Man means two things. You can either be held in suspense or you can surrender. It's one of the two. Here, if we look at your challenge, the needing to let go, which is what the surrender of the Hanged Man is, then this is why this has happened. Everything's just caved in, it's fallen apart. The situation is about chaos and endings with the Tower in terms of love in October, and this might have gone before. Because the root issue for this, the foundation, is the Devil. So the Devil suggests to me that there was either a Capricorn individual around you, potentially. It could have also been that this was a very toxic situation for some of you Virgos, because at the root issue, at the foundation of why this happened, okay, it could have been an abusive relationship for some of you guys. It could have been a relationship where there was a lot of control. Somebody was trying to control you guys, or maybe you were trying to control somebody else. This represents pretty negative energy. Devil is definitely one of my favourite cards within the tarot. It really isn't. It never has been. Because I think it's a very controlling. This can represent a very spiteful individual. The Devil can. Very manipulative individual. It can represent when you're addicted to stuff. You're obsessed by stuff. It represents very strong karmic ties that you can't have no explanation why that karmic tie is there. It represents codependency within the tarot. The list goes on and on with the Devil energy. But this is the root issue, Virgo, for why you guys, the focus is on something's got to go with that Tower energy. Because in the recent past, as a result of that Devil energy, there you go, you've got the Two of Swords. Some of you guys, it might be that you have been very defensive, and as a result of this, you can see here that you've had something quite toxic around you guys, being the root, the foundation energy. And some of you guys, as a result of that, would have been trying to block that out with the Two of Swords, because your significator right now is the Ace of Pentacles. So you guys are ready. You're ready for a new beginning. You're ready for a fresh start. But also as the Ace of Pentacles, you'd have come to a point of absolute realisation with that Ace of Pentacles. Remember, the Pentacles represent reality. They're not just about money, wealth, resources, but they also represent when you're dealing in the real world. You get the Page of Pentacles, and he's somebody who's being very cautious and very responsible. It's not just with the Page of Pentacles about making a proposal to someone, though it can be. it's often a card that says, you know, actually I've got to look at this in a very kind of responsible and intelligent way, because Page of Pentacles is a student. The Ace is one before the Page, and I think that you're starting to open up to some form of a reality here, because you're the Ace of Pentacles here. It could also mean, though, your significator card being the Ace of Pentacles, that you are committed to something here. Because the Ace of Pentacles is a card about committing to something. It's a card that says, well, there is the potential for me to see this as a long-term thing. So it might be, if your significator, the significator card really shows who you are at that present time, and you're the Ace of Pentacles. And that's an interesting card to be. Because the Ace of Pentacles means that you have a small concept. Or, you know, usually it represents, it's not, you know, it does represent receiving money and that type of thing. But I think you as the Ace of Pentacles, you're an ace. So you might be, the significator card might be saying that you're at the start of some form of a new venture here. With this Ace of Pentacles here. You might be at the start of some form of a new venture here with the Ace of Pentacles. But your challenge is, it's either that it's the needing to let go of something, or you're hanging on to something. I think it's something that you've been very bound to with that Devil card, and you've been trying to block it out, because I think that you guys are kind of venturing towards something new with this Ace of Pentacles energy. The most likely outcome for love is, well, the Seven of Cups. So this represents many choices some of you guys will need to make, because the Seven of Cups is in the upright. This also represents some of you guys, it might be that you're in a very confusing time. I'm figuring that the person around you might have been a Capricorn individual, potentially. Okay? If your challenge is an actual hangman, it could be that this was a Capricorn or maybe a Pisces individual, for example. The immediate future shows the page. Well, it's funny, I was just mentioning that. Could be a proposal is coming in for some of you guys, because you do have that Page of Pentacles, which does mean a proposal. Sometimes the page, this could also be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn person around you. Sometimes this is needing to look at a situation from a very responsible and cautious perspective as well. You guys, how you're approaching this situation is the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands says to me that you're a little bit at a crossroads here. But also I think if you're approaching the situation as the Two of Wands, then I think you're very confident in terms of a new goal that you're setting out with this Two of Wands energy. Because this is how you're approaching it. And you're approaching it as the Two of Wands person would do. I think that you're seeing a situation. I think right now, what you're seeing is, with this Two of Wands, is a way to venture towards something new. And your significator is that Ace of Pentacles as well. So I think that you are very much ready for a new venture, a new adventure with this Ace of Pentacles. And how you're approaching it is by being confident in a particular, you know, in a particular road or journey that you want to pursue, which is why the energies around you will be about getting rid of what no longer works with that Tower, because I think that it holds you back with the shadow side, stroke Devil card, being the foundation of this reading. All right, and I think this is something you've been either in two minds about. You've been trying to block it out. How other people see you is as the Knight of Cups. So they see you as the Knight of Cups. They see you as, I think if this is your friends around you, Virgo, they see you as somebody who is following your heart. And somebody who's very receptive to love. I don't know who, I'm not getting a clear picture of a person around you here. I'm just getting a picture of what it is that you guys want here. And I think people see you as the Knight of Cups. So they see you as somebody who's very open and receptive to love, and somebody who stands in their truth. Knight of Cups is not always the greatest card to get, but the Knight of Cups as a standalone card can be somebody who's very open to love, and they're very romantic as an individual, and they're very receptive to it. And I think some people see you as that. So in that light, I can look at the Knight of Cups and say that they see you as somebody who's pure of heart. And I think that you are. I'm almost seeing, when I'm looking at the cards, a very honourable Virgo I'm looking at here. I think you're very honourable people. Whoever this resonates with, Virgo, I think you're very honourable. And I think that you do things for the best, outcome, but not so, it's not about kind of any type of narcissistic or unkind. You don't come across in this reading as somebody who can't be bothered. You come across to me, especially as you're approaching the situation from the point of view of the Two of Wands. It might be that you're approaching this because you're, you know, as somebody who's being pulled in two directions. So it might be that you feel that you're being pulled in two directions. But I think if your Ace of Pentacles is you guys, and you're starting some form of a new venture, probably here with this Ace of Pentacles, I would say, your significator is showing someone who's starting a new venture with the Ace of Pentacles, and also somebody who uses their common sense quite a bit here. But how you're approaching everything is from the Two of Wands. And I just get a sense of determination here and a sense of needing to pursue some form of a new goal for you guys. Because I think that the root issue is there is a relationship or something that some of you guys may have been obsessing over, or something in terms of love that might have been obsessive or abusive, or it might have been with the shadow side, a relationship that was controlling with another individual. But I think that you guys have been trying to block this out with the Two of Swords, because you as a significator are quite strong with this Ace of Pentacles, and you're saying, actually, I've got a new venture in mind. There's something new that I want to approach within my life, and my challenge is the Hanged Man. All I need to do really is just surrender this situation. And I think it's all about you guys needing to surrender here. And as a result of that, that's why the energies will be around breaking something up completely, just letting it go 100%, because it doesn't serve you here. But as a result of that here, you've got choices to make with that Seven of Cups. It might be a time that's a little bit confusing. Here, it could be something about you guys receiving a proposal, but it could also be you're looking at what your options are. Because people see you as a romantic, a hopeless romantic, probably the Knight of Cups, but they also see somebody who very much follows their heart over their head. Your hopes are for the Ace of Swords, and that is some form of a breakthrough here. Well, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. There's beautiful changes coming up for you in terms of love here. It's a really interesting reading to get, because I can't pinpoint who the person is. As I said, it could have been maybe Capricorn, or probably Pisces, maybe. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing so far. And I don't really see evidence of anybody else around you here for some reason. All I see is that there's some major changes that are coming in. But those changes are going to bring far more security to you and success with that World card. You know, they're going to bring far more, these changes are going to bring security to you, and it might be that they allow you to end some form of a cycle. It might also be that with these changes, they bring security in terms of what? World travel, maybe, because you've got the World here and the Six of Swords. So some of you guys, it might be that you're looking to leave a relationship that you might be feeling is holding you back, because you want to go and do other things for some of you guys. Because I'm definitely the overall energy for you guys. Let's get the clarifiers out and see why you guys open up the reading a bit. So, why is Virgo approaching this situation as the Two of Wands? In two cards, why is Virgo approaching this situation as the Two of Wands? Show me. Because the Page of Cups. Okay, that's interesting. So I think that you're approaching a situation with confidence here, all right? And it's really weird, because you've got new love. You've got new love of the Page of Cups and friendship, okay? And there's great happiness. So there's something of a new relationship that's giving you great happiness. So this might be that you're approaching this in terms of more, not confidence, but it might be that you're approaching it from the perspective of being at crossroads. So you guys, it might be that right now how you're approaching this situation is that with the Two of Wands, often there is a need to make a decision. So it might be that you guys have to make a decision here. It might be that you're uncertain and have to make a decision, because it might be that you do have love around you with that Page of Cups, and it's brought in a hell of a lot of happiness. I mean, great happiness with this Three of Cups energy. In your foundation is the shadow side. Why is the shadow side Virgo's foundation for this reading? Why is the shadow side Virgo's foundation for this reading? Because the Empress. Wow. This is usually somebody who's a mother, or, you know. I think you feel stuck. I think you guys feel stuck. Because you get the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. This is a woman who has a family. She's the head of a family, or she looks after a family. So some of you guys, this isn't going to be for everyone. For those of you, it would probably get very little likes, this reading, because it seems very specific already to me. Alright? It looks to me that you feel trapped, or you feel burdened. Root energy with this devil is feeling burdened, because some of you guys have an important role, I feel, to play within a family situation. Could be within a marriage for some of you guys there, okay? It might be that you guys are showing us the Two of Wands because you've got a decision to make. And it might be that there has been some flirtatious energy made with that Page of Cups. Three of Cups can represent some form of, and it might be you've got a decision to make. It could be because of children or birth. Usually you get a Page and Three of Cups. This is something to do with the birth or some form of christening or a baby being born, that type of thing. And you do have the Empress sitting in here as well. So there might be something around pregnancy for some of you guys. But I do feel that your feelings trapped here, having to be the head of a family or in a family in terms of love. I think that as a result of that, you've got the Two of Swords, and let's have a look in 2 cards what this Two of Swords is about. What is the Two of Swords about for Virgo in the recent past, please? Well, it's about the Ace of Swords clarity. I think you guys have clarity that you might want to be on your own with that Nine of Pentacles, Virgo. Alright, because this is about clarity and you want to be on your own. So I think this burden that you've been feeling, it might be that you're feeling, and it's because of the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is usually somebody, a female or a strong feminine energy that has a very strong influence on a family, whether they're a wife, mother, married. Might be some of you guys looking to engage, but I think you're feeling burdened by all of that here. Because as a result of that, I think that with the Two of Swords, you've gone into defensive mode. Because I think that you've made your mind up with the Ace of Swords. Some of you guys might want to be on your own with the Nine of Pentacles here. And your significator is showing us the Ace of Pentacles. So why is Virgo's significator card showing us the Ace of Pentacles? Why is Virgo's significator card? Because of the Five of Pentacles. And what comes up with the Five of Pentacles, please? The Eight of Cups. So yeah, I think you guys want to leave somewhere. Five of Pentacles is to leave a building, and the Eight of Cups is to walk away as well. Both cards show people leaving. Can you see that? You guys are showing us people on a mission to do something new. You're interested in pursuing a new venture here with this Ace of Pentacles energy. And that's because of the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. I think that you're definitely looking to leave somewhere and pursue something new. It might be, I don't know whether you guys have a new lover or anything, but you know, this is the Five of Pentacles energy. And in terms of love, this is isolating oneself or feeling isolated. I think you're looking to isolate for some of you guys yourselves and maybe pursue something new with this Eight of Cups energy. I don't feel you want to stay in something though here. Your challenge is the Hanged Man. Why is the challenge for Virgo the Hanged Man in 2 cards? Why is the challenge for Virgo the Hanged Man? Show me. Because of the Knight of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, sorry, and Ace of Wands. That's interesting. Well, you might have been made some form of a proposal, and this is actually you, Virgo. Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo card. Well, I think that you are, you might be working towards a goal. It could be something to do with maybe a new relationship or a new project. But I think that your challenge is letting go and surrendering whatever this thing is that you want to let go of. And your problem is this, because the Knight of Pentacles, and this is often something to do with following your dreams. It's, you know, this is about, usually when you get Knight of Pentacles in terms of a love reading, it's somebody who's quite, this person, Virgo, is quite responsible. And they are very, what's the word can I use for the Knight of Pentacles? They are very dedicated, okay? I think that you might be dedicated to something else though. You're dedicated to either maybe a fire sign individual, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If this other person is some other sign, or you're dedicated maybe to a fresh beginning with the Ace of Wands, or a fresh romance potentially. Alright, because the Ace of Wands is all about new beginnings, new romances, new love, new excitement. So I think you're dedicated to something else here, which is why your challenge is letting go with this Ace of Wands, or even just hanging on in there. I think that the challenge, I think that we should turn this around and say that your challenge is actually holding on in there and actually just sticking with the situation even though you feel awkward. And that's because I think that you're dedicated to, it's either to something else that's grabbed your attention, new, you know, you might be dedicated to a new sexual relationship with the Ace of Wands, or a new project, or moving, or doing something new. But this is why your challenge is, you know, staying in a situation that you feel, obviously, for some of you guys, quite awkward in. The energies around you guys will be the Tower. Why is the energies around Virgo for October the Tower? Why is the energies around Virgo the Tower? Show me. Because the Queen of Wands. Alright, so this might be a third party situation. We've got a Queen of Wands showing up here and a Three of Swords. And usually when you get queens or any court cards around a number 3, it can be third party situation. Just like if you were to get her sitting with a high priestess. This is a secret, and this is the person that they're showing, that's the secret. So I think there might be, the energies are around maybe some form of a surprise or a breakup. It could be something to do with a third party situation. Queen of Wands and Three of Swords. Well, the Queen of Wands isn't you, you're Queen of Pentacles. So this might be somebody else in terms of a third party situation. It might be that this is somebody that you're with. Queen of Wands, male or female. Because Queen of Wands is looking at severance. Let's have a look at what the most likely outcome is. The most likely outcome is the Seven of Cups for Virgo. Why is the most likely outcome the Seven of Cups for Virgo? Show me. Because the Knight of Wands. Okay. Well, I think some of you guys are leaving behind a very dead situation. I think that your most likely outcome is you're going to be confused, or you've got a lot of choices, because you guys, Virgo, will be looking with that Knight of Wands to leave. Knight of Wands is to leave. You can see it's got its back to this difficult. You're leaving a dead situation, a situation that cannot be resurrected behind. So you've got choices. The most likely outcome is you've got choices to make here, Virgo, because you guys are going to be leaving behind a situation that simply cannot be resurrected. The immediate future, you'll experience the Page of Pentacles. Why is Virgo experiencing the Page of Pentacles in the immediate future? Show me. Because the Wheel of Fortune, there's a change coming here. Four of Swords. Well, I think there could be a change, and the change card is leaning towards the Four of Swords. I think that there is a change coming, but it's going to be giving a lot more rest or peace. So it could be like world travel or something like that. Wheel of Fortune can show a map, and Four of Swords can often show somewhere that you're relaxing or taking some time out. So, you know, this is the card that says you go to the beach, or you go Bahamas, you go to a hotel and you do a little bit of, you know, relaxation. So I'm seeing that you guys in the immediate are going to be contemplating or looking at what your options are for some of you guys, because the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Swords, I think you've got time to do this here. Other people see you as the Knight of Cups. Why do other people see Virgo as being the Knight of Cups? In two cards, why do other people see Virgo as being the Knight of Cups? Show me. There it is again, the Tower. Okay, so I think there's been, because you've got the Tower here, and the Tower often means a surprise. I think this is something like the breakup here. They see you as very strong with this Knight of Cups energy, because I think that whatever this is with the Tower energy, and it's showing here, it's brought something else. It's brought gifts. Alright, so whatever this major shift is that's happened for some of you, Virgo, it's brought in help or assistance with the Six of Cups, and that's why they're seeing you as the Knight of Cups energy. Okay, maybe you're being seen as a very lovely person here, because maybe this breakup or whatever it is that you've experienced, Virgo, has encouraged you to go out there and help others, for example, with the Six of Pentacles energy. Alright, your hopes will be the Ace of Swords. Why is the hopes of... I do apologise, so tired. Why is the hopes the Ace of Swords for Virgo? Show me. Because of death. So death is ending. So this is an ending that's bringing in choices. So you need to have complete and utter clarity. Because whatever this change is, it's bringing in the notion that you need to make some choices. This change is bringing in the idea that you're going to have some choices to make. So as a result of this big change, it's going to mean that you're going to have a lot of choices that you're going to need to make, and you're hoping for the clarity around that. The outcome shows the Wheel of Fortune. Why is the outcome the Wheel of Fortune in terms of Virgo's love lives? Why is the outcome the Wheel of Fortune in terms of Virgo's love life? Show me. Because the Two of Swords, and there it is again. Three of Pentacles. Okay. Well, it might be that you're having several conversations or many conversations, because this can be like two, and this is conversations with many. So it might be the Wheel of Fortune. Things can go either way, because it looks like you're conversing with other people here. It's so interesting this reading is. We're going to get it again and put it together. Well, I think that, you know, the overall energy is about change, and we were proved right because you've got so many. You've got Tower twice in this reading, in the clarifier and the big card. You've got Death twice. You've got Seven of Cups twice, and when you get sevens, multiple sevens in a reading, it means that a cycle of change is happening around you. Okay, so you've got a lot of kind of repeating cards in this reading. All right, you've got Two of Swords twice as well, which is very interesting. So it's kind of following a trail. The Death energy shows here is the overall energy for you guys. So there's definitely a change afoot for a lot of you Virgos in the month of October 2017. There's endings and new beginnings that we're looking at with this Death energy. You guys here are approaching the situation from the point of view of the Two of Wands. You might be caught between a rock and a hard place, Virgo. You might be in a at a crossroads. It could be because there's been communication with others. Page of Cups and that Three of Cups. The Page of Cups is about nice communication, nice messages. It could be to several people. Maybe somebody was cheating here, potentially for some of you guys. Maybe they were communicating with other people on one of those online dating app things. And as a result of that, the focus for October will be about a breakup here. Will be about a breakup with the Tower energy. And that's because there might have been a third party involved. Queen of Wands in a third party situation, this Three of Swords. Alright, maybe this is someone that broke up your relationship here. Because in the distant past, there have been burdens going on here. The Devil energy. Alright. It might be that this is because of the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. Feeling quite burdened by the responsibilities of this relationship. But as a result of that, you guys have been with this Two of Swords. Okay, you might have been in two minds. But you also might have been very clear with that Two of Swords. And that's because of the Ace of Swords, mental clarity, that some of you guys are thinking, well, actually, I want to be on my own. Because your challenge is the Hanged Man, all right? And that is really holding on to this relationship with this Hanged Man energy. Because I think that you want to pursue with this Knight of Pentacles. You Virgos are the Knight of Pentacles, so you're looking to pursue other things with the Ace of Wands, probably other relationship. It could be as a result of whoever this is possibly cheating. As a significator, you guys are ready for a new venture because you're showing us the Ace of Pentacles here. And I think that that's because there is an unstable or instability in a relationship with this Five of Pentacles that you guys want to leave behind here. Okay, this can also be a card for cheating as well. You might want to be leaving that behind here. The most likely outcome will be that you guys have got a lot of choices you're going to need to make with that Seven of Cups, because you are determined to leave a sinking ship. With that that Knight of Wands rushing your head in the other direction from that Ten of Swords. What you'll experience, you guys, in the immediate future is the need really just to take some downtime and just to smell the roses with that Page of Pentacles. Just to look at the situation through a common sense eye and to be very, cautious and be very careful. Because I think that there is something that is going to be bringing in some peace. It might be with this Wheel of Fortune, things are they're changing to being a little bit quiet. With this, it might be encouraging you and saying the universe is going to bring a time in now where you're going to have time to kind of recuperate, think about stuff, go on holiday and just relax and think about everything that's happening. People see you as the Knight of Cups, which is interesting, because I think that even after all of whatever has gone on here with the Tower, you're still extending your hand of help to others. Alright, so I don't think you've changed as a person, Virgo. Alright, people see you as very kind, very loving, very giving as that Knight of Cups, because even amidst catastrophe with that Tower energy, you're still, I feel, with this Six of Pentacles, able to expend your love and help to other people. Your hope would be to gain some further clarity on whatever this situation is, Virgo, because this ending means that you're going to have some big choices to make. So the settlement of whatever this situation is with death leaves you open to having to make a lot of choices. And as a result of that, the overall outcome is, well, I think that whatever will be with this Wheel of Fortune. The universe is bringing changes in, but it's because these are changes, all right, in the overall outcome. We don't know how those changes are really going to occur, but that's because with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords represents being in two minds or blocking things out. It could be around kind of people or groups, but it could be that it's down to, the universe will bring in what you need in the overall outcome. It could be with the Two of Swords that you're actually kind of conversing with a few other people on stuff. So it's a very open reading, really, Virgo. Very open reading. But I certainly feel for some of you guys there's somebody you don't want to stay with in October. I think you've made your mind up for that. They might have cheated as well, potentially. Okay. But there's somebody here that I don't see you guys wanting to stay around with. We're going to get your advice card for this expanded love reading. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Virgo in this reading? What is the advice that you have for Virgo? Show me. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youth spirit of fun to shine. Maybe this is something you need to do, because the wheel in the outcome, because the Wheel of Fortune is often about, you know, whatever comes. The Two of Swords and this Three of Pentacles. Two of Swords is often blackout, but it's a communication card as well. So it might be you communicating with others. It might be you just need to be playful around this situation, okay? Because you deserve love. So be playful because you deserve love, Virgo. Okay? You deserve love. Alright, that's your reading, guys. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I will speak to you guys very soon. Take care.